Hello collectors, welcome to the latest episode of the unboxing experience. I'm Joe Prodzek. With me today is the Kato Kid Quang Tran. Now today we're going to be unboxing the latest 1/3 scale statue from Pop Culture Shock. This is Sub-Zero. So this will be my second 1/3 scale statue from Pop Culture Shock. Actually my first Mortal Kombat statue. I have a 1/3 scale regular Akuma. And I do have a handful of Pop Culture Shock statues already.
Mostly Street Fighter.
Yeah, mostly Street Fighter. I think I have one Batman wall statue as well.
Yeah.
But this is a highly anticipated statue. Sub-Zero 1/3 scale. I'm a little bit nervous about opening it up. Pictures that people have been posting haven't been too kind for him, which to be fair hasn't been kind to many Pop Culture Shock statues before they get there, and then when I get them in hand they look awesome and amazing. So far Pop Culture Shock has not let me down. I am a little bit worried to see if this guy has a peanut head, but you know, we're going to take a look at him in person and check him out and see what he has going on. Now, I am a bigger Street Fighter fan than I am a Mortal Kombat fan, but I do love Mortal Kombat as well.
Sub-Zero is your boy?
I love Sub-Zero. I actually like playing Mortal Kombat better than I like playing Street Fighter, but I like the characters in Street Fighter a little bit more. So Sub-Zero is my favorite character from the Mortal Kombat game series, so that's why I ordered this one instead of Scorpion. Now let's get started and get this guy opened up. Alright, so here is the box. You can see it's quite big, even for a 1/3 scale. It's pretty big. Can't really, I think it's about the same size as Akuma's box.
Nice.
If I'm remembering correctly. I think it's due to the more complete nature of the statues. Not a lot of parts to put together. They come pretty solid in one piece. So Sub-Zero on the front, Mortal Kombat Classic, of course, spelled with a K. And really simple box design. No description of the character or anything like that. You got some faint Mortal Kombat symbols there. Pretty simple. Pretty much what you would expect from a Pop Culture Shock statue. Alright.
Oh, that was taped.
So opening up the box, we have, of course, the white gloves. I washed my hands before I came in here, so I'm going to skip the white glove treatment. Though I have used them in the past, and I use them mostly when I'm messing with some of the shinier statues, metallic statues, stuff like that. So we got the certificate of authenticity here, number 26 of 350. There we go. And what else do we got here? We got some instructions here. Read the instructions carefully before using the product. And what does it say? It says, attach feet to the base. Statue uses an included AC adapter. And always use the AC adapter. And then it has a little picture showing you how to attach the spine. So one of these sides does say this side up, and then you can see, I don't know if you can see, but I can see that there's a lot of tape on these guys. The 1/3 scale statues are all opened up and inspected prior to getting shipping out. That's kind of what takes so long for these statues to get to us. This Sub-Zero has been in that PCS warehouse for months now, but they have a small warehouse staff, so they had to finish shipping their Shinakumas, and they had to ship the Scorpions, and now we're finally getting Sub-Zero. Run. All right, so here he is. So just opening him up. Not seeing a, you know, like I said, it's a big one massive piece, right? So let's see if I can take a look at how he's coming in the box. Alright, so let's grab that base. And it's snowing on the base, but it's not snowing with the styrofoam. It doesn't feel too heavy, it actually feels pretty light.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, pretty light. Got some blood stains here on the snow. Got some weird symbols here around the base. Got your spot for your AC adapter. Down here on the bottom, Mortal Kombat Classic Sub-Zero. 1/3 scale statue, number 26 of 350. So it looks like this is going to be the front. And now we got the body. And this feels a lot heavier than the base. Very solid one piece. You want to hold that?
Oh god.
Yeah, a lot heavier than the base. So he does have a couple pegs in his foot there. That's where the AC adapter and light up feature is going to come in. So line that up.
Nice.
There you go. He snaps right in. Like that. Get some of that. Wouldn't call that exactly snow, but get some of that dusty stuff off of there. All right. It's got some blood splatter here. You can already see it on his arms, on his uniform. So far, I'm already thinking he's looking better than he has in pictures, so that's a good sign. And now we're gonna have a couple of hands.
Is that a head? Oh, hand.
This is a hand, Kato. This is the hand that's going to be holding the spine, right?
That fits in perfectly.
That's the spine hand. He does have two left hands. They kind of look. They look almost exactly the same, except this one has a little bit of thing on its finger. Has a little bit of
broken finger,
extra bit on its finger, and that's probably where you're going to put the spine.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll put that one there. Now we have a left hand. You can see this is where you're going to have that pin. You're going to have the light up function there. So we'll put that
Yeah, that's what I was curious of the scope.
Just gotta make sure it's in place there. Now, Kwong, we're gonna have the peanut head.
Doesn't look that peanut-y.
What do you think, guys?
Right. It's about right.
Peanut head or not?
It's more about putting it on, I guess.
Yeah. So far, I'm thinking not.
It does look a little. Yeah, because like his hair would be right here. Yeah, it seems fine.
He's got that cold Sub-Zero gaze, right? And now the skull, spine. Careful with that.
It's very fast. Oh, wow. Oh.
That looks insanely cool, right? This is one of Sub-Zero's fatalities.
Oh, yeah. Things are sticky.
So you can see he has some holes right here that he's going to be able to hold it in his hand. And the blood is done pretty cool. Skull looks pretty good. Looks very gruesome. Sub-Zero just pulled someone's spine and skull right out of them, right? So I am going to see. Yeah. So there he is. So he has an optional right hand to let you display him without the bloody skull. Why would you want to do that though? I don't know. Maybe you have young kids around and you don't want your statue collection to be that bloody. So let's take a look, Kwong.
Are you gonna plug them in later or no?
Yeah, I'll plug them in. Just adjusting his costume a little bit.
Gotta get him ready for prom, right?
Gotta get him ready for prom. This way.
You're not gonna put it in the middle, you're gonna put it inside.
I just wanted to adjust this back piece. So he does have some Velcro on his belt here. So I just lifting that up to kind of adjust the back of his clothing a little bit. So, you know, when you get a mixed media statue, you know, that clothing is going to be sitting in the box for a long time. So it is going to get a little wrinkly. It is going to not settle exactly where you want it to be. So Pop Culture Shock knows this. And so they've given you some options here to be able to adjust it as needed. Just make some adjustments here. And I was really, in pictures, I was really not digging the fabric, but in person, I think it's pretty cool. I don't think he has a peanut head. I think it's proportionate.
Yeah, I think it's proportionate too. Maybe just like, maybe like 5%? Too small, but I think it's fine.
5%? Where did you come up with that number?
Seems fine, to be honest.
So there is there are people who kind of put some stuff, because I believe you can take this off.
Okay.
And then people have been putting stuff like, I heard people have been cutting off one of the fingers of the glove and putting it kind of around his head to make it a little bit more bigger to make up for that 5% Kwong that you think is needed. So I'm not sure that, looking at it, I'm not sure that it is needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now let's get the AC adapter out. Let's get this guy lit up.
Does it connect to the very bottom of the base, or?
There's a connection on the back of the base.
Oh.
I'm sure. The one thing about these power cords that they give you for these statues that light up, if they don't have batteries and they have AC adapters, you're gonna see this AC adapter isn't very long. Right? So the problem with that is if I have him here in my shelf, I either need to wrap it down or I need to wrap it up, and it's hard to get it to an actual plug. So,
yeah. So you need most likely an extension.
Yeah, you're gonna have to use an extension cord.
Yeah.
But that's with everything. That's even with the lights here.
Yeah.
Right? But they don't make them too long, so you just want to make sure that you're planning for that.
Man, I think it's scary, man.
It is scary. So Kwong, if you can grab the extension cord there.
What'd you?
Just messing with the lights is all. Alright.
Let there be light!
Alright, so we got him plugged in. Kwong, why don't you, actually, I'm right here. Let's take out some of the lights a little bit.
Whoa. Let there be light, Joe. Uh-oh.
It's very,
concerning.
Anticlimactic, Kwong, isn't it?
Technical difficulties. This is it. It's late night. Correct. Uh-oh.
Well, I wouldn't be the first person to have problems with that, so let's see if we can figure it out. Alright, so after fidgeting with the statue for quite a while, unplugging it, replugging it in, unplugging the hand, you know, separating it, trying to put it back in, doing the same thing with this foot on the base, the same thing with the plug, trying different outlets, our Sub-Zero does not light up. Now, my previous light up statue from Pop Culture Shock, the Batman wall statue, the light up feature on that is not great either. And I had problems with that. Turning that on went out of the box as well. So that's one of the problems with light up features, especially when you're going to use an AC adapter.
Yeah.
Is if the materials that you're using it are cheap, well, you know, in that shipping process, if they're cheap, things are going to get knocked loose, things are going to get messed up, and then the statue is not going to work. And then you have customers contacting you, like me, to figure it out. So that's what I'm going to have to do, is I am going to have to contact Pop Culture Shock, and I'm going to put their customer service to the test. So let's see what's going on with the Sub-Zero statue with light up feature that doesn't actually light up. Now with these light up features, chances are that you're not going to light it up a whole lot. But when you pay for a light up feature, you expect it to light up. And then if the light up feature doesn't work and you try to resell a statue, that's going to devalue the statue significantly. Even though people don't typically light up their statues a whole lot, if it doesn't have that light up feature, then it absolutely loses its value. So unfortunately, I'm not able to get this Sub-Zero statue to light up, but overall, I am happy with the statue as a whole.
Yeah.
I do like the clothing on it. I do think his face and his head looks good. I like the design. The skull is really cool, really killer. I do like the ice hand. It's supposed to light up, but I think it would look really cool.
Yeah, I think it would too.
If it lit up, but unfortunately it does not. So I like the steel blue of Sub-Zero's eyes, really cool. The fabric is better than what I was expecting from pictures. It does require a little bit of adjustment, but it can be adjusted. Not too much adjustment, but what you would expect when you're getting a mixed media statue. The only thing that I think is not great about the statue is the base. You know, it's quite light. It has an overall cheap feeling to it, both in its design and kind of like its construction and paint. It feels very cheap. You know, it's hollow because it has electronics inside for the lights, and it just feels, the base itself feels cheaply made. What do you think, Wong?
For me, the huge thing that I liked about this one a lot is the mixed media. It's really spot on, spectacular, especially in the gloves or the protection right here. It's actually whatever the material is on the outside as well. That's a really nice touch to it. That's what I really like a lot. Like you said, the base isn't that great. It's kind of lackluster. Something that I thought would be, it's kind of nitpicky, but it's not something that a lot of collectors I don't think would be really nitpicky about, was that since the clothes, the mixed media, you know, how their blood is because of the spine and everything, I would have liked just the blue piece right here, an optional one where it was just completely clean. Because you know how they're already in the back, you can already mess around with it and everything. It would have been nice if they just give us a little bit of extra cloth just to put them on, just to have them clean. But then again, that's just me personally. That's my own opinion. I really definitely like the hand. I really wish they glue up because I really was definitely looking forward to seeing that. But it looks really good. The paint on him, you know, there's the ice and the body is good, definitely good. Could use a little bit of more work. There is a little blemishes or something on the paint, but that seems fine. The head seems fine, to be honest. I personally think it looks fine, but because you were saying that it was, a lot of people were saying it's a peanut head, I think it would have been fine. Yeah, I definitely think if you took off the cloth, it would have looked super weird. The eyes definitely look really menacing, super scary, so that's really awesome. Something that I was definitely scared about was when Joe was putting on the spine. it looks really extremely fidgety and like really loose. So especially for whenever you're moving, if you have this piece, especially moving this piece, you have to be extremely careful. So I have a feeling that this is gonna pop off and the skull is gonna like tend to break or scratch or anything like that.
And you can see,
yeah, it's like
it is
very scary.
Pretty loose. The hand is pretty loose in there. It has a lot of wiggle with the spine.
Yeah, that scared me a lot, but I definitely like the spine. The paint on it is really very, kind of seems really lifelike too, so I really like that a lot. But definitely, the huge thing that I like about this the most is definitely the mixed media on that. It's just really well done. It looks like, wow. Definitely like just the minor details are just phenomenal.
You can see even just turning the statue around, that skull is moving around quite a bit when just moving it on the turntable. The hand and the skull is wobbling back and forth. So the statue itself has some good quality. You can see there are some not so great quality issues here with the magnets in the hand, the wiggling of the spine, and then the light up feature and the base not really working. And so it's kind of, initially it's kind of a mixed review for me, right?
Yeah.
Sub-Zero himself, I think he's really cool. I think the look of the statue, design of the statue is good, mixed media is good, paint is good.
Yeah.
Then you get here, and the base just feels really cheap.
Yep. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of details on it, you know? Could have been a lot more. I definitely know he's in the snow, but I felt like the bricks could have been a lot more lifelike, I'm gonna say. Then again, it's a game. Like you said, literally from the feet to the top, Sub-Zero just looks awesome.
So if he lit up, I would be very happy with this purchase. Since he doesn't light up, I am a little bit disappointed by it. So I'm going to contact Pop Culture Shock, see what their customer service is going to do for me, and we'll let you know what happens with that. So we'll give you some close-up video. We'll throw some pictures at the end of this video, so stay tuned for a little bit more. And thanks for joining us on this episode of the Unboxing Experience. Be sure to join us on Statue Talk, which comes out every 2 weeks. Bong and I sit around, have a beer, talk about statue previews, pre-orders, updates to our collection. Check out our website, statuereview.com. We try to share the latest previews and pre-orders, including those from Pop Culture Shock, to the website, and give our Facebook page a like as well. Remember, statue collecting is more than just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. This has been Joe Prodzik.
Qualtran.
Thanks for watching.